Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is August 12th, 2025, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. Forgive me for the mistake in yesterday's date. And we will start our episode with ETFs and focus on Bitcoin ETFs, which are currently, without BlackRock, in the green with $39 million. However, the most interesting numbers come from Ethereum ETFs, which again, without BlackRock, already have a total of $379 million in inflows. As we can see, even institutions are favoring Ethereum these days, as we have seen in previous episodes. Moving on, let me also tell you that ETPs reached a total of $572 million in inflows after breaking a 15-week streak of inflows. We are back in the green from last week. Next, we'll move on to our companies that typically buy cryptocurrencies. We'll start with Mill City Ventures, which bought another $20 million in Sui cryptocurrencies. Moving on, we'll talk about Coinbase Ventures, which according to the president of the Ton Foundation is buying Ton cryptocurrencies. Coinbase Ventures is the investment arm of Coinbase and has been investing undisclosed amounts at undisclosed times in Ton via Telegram. Next, we'll talk about MicroStrategy, which typically buys Bitcoin and recently bought $18 million or 155 Bitcoin. It holds almost 3% of the total Bitcoin supply and continues to buy. As for Ethereum, we'll start with Sharplink Gaming, which raised another $400 million to buy Ethereum. Meanwhile, Bitmine bought 317,000 Ethereum. The Ethereum he currently owns is worth $4.9 billion and already represents 1% of all Ethereum in existence. Beyond the entities we know, there are entities we don't know, like this one, who in a week bought $1 billion worth of Ethereum. Just today, he bought $200 million worth of Ethereum. We don't know who or what they are, but they're definitely buying a lot of Ethereum. Moving on to Ethereum investors, let me tell you that those who invested in Ethereum in the 2014 ICO are slowly getting off the ground, as there is a wallet from 2014 that sold 2,300 Ethereum worth $9.9 million via Kraken. Moving on, we'll move on to our meme coins. We will start with Pump.fund, which took the top spot and once again surpassed LetsBonk. Now, the coins created by Pump.fund have reached 70 to 73% of the market, according to sources, while LetsBonk has reached 8.6 to 10% according to sources. This has made the Pump.fund coin happy with a 17% gain on the weekly chart. Continuing, we will also discuss LetsBonk, which has closed a partnership with a NASDAQ-linked company, Safety Shot, which acquired 10% of LetsBonk's revenue. As part of the deal, this company will receive $25 million worth of Bonk, and in addition, it will issue preferred shares convertible into common stock, and reinvest approximately 90% of its proceeds from Bonk.fund in purchases of Bonk tokens. Thus, this company will also be purchasing Bonk coins. For our final meme coin for today, we'll go to Zora, whose trajectory we know from Crypto News. Let's say Zora has hit a new all-time high and has reached 1,355% in 30 days. The main reasons are obviously in Crypto News. We'll quickly start with yesterday's episode in which, thanks to fake taxis, which became the second most popular coin on Zora, the ecosystem has been significantly strengthened. Perhaps the most important comes from the episodes we saw 2 weeks ago, where the Coinbase wallet, which was called Base, not Layer 2, now supports Zora, and with 2 clicks one can easily create a coin. Then the rise was 440%, and since then it has reached 1,355%. It's time to go to our favorite cryptocurrency market, where Bitcoin is at $118,000. Ethereum is very strong in the same numbers without being affected, and for Bitcoin, which had reached $122,000, it has fallen sharply to $118,000. Let's say that many say that this is due to a CME gap created by the sudden rise of Bitcoin, which traditionally these gaps need to be closed, and that is why Bitcoin pulled back, perhaps to close. That is what many people are saying now. However, these days are also quite critical for the economy, as this afternoon we have the CPI on an annual basis. The CPI is at 2.7%, the expected is 2.8%, and we are waiting for the actual number, which, depending on who it is, will decide whether in 36 days we have a rate cut or not. Right now, we are 84% sure that there will be a rate cut, and we would like it, to be honest. One last interesting move the US made with China is that they are extending the suspension of tariffs on China by 90 days, where we definitely have something else to expect in 3 3 months. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is August 12th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone and have a good day.